Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland? Which generational superstar talent should Chelsea sign? These two players are going to be dominating European football for the next decade or so. And if Chelsea had the funds, which player should they sign? I'm proposing that question to you guys. Leave me your thoughts and opinions. Explain who would you go for and why. Give me a reasoning as to why you would pick a specific player, whether it be Erling Haaland or Kylian Mbappe. Forget finances for a second. Consider these factors. Consider age. Consider respectively that Kylian Mbappe is 22 years of age and Erling Haaland is 20. Forget finances for a second, but talk about based on talent, attribute, technical ability and what they can offer to this Chelsea team. And I will also be delving into some news in regards to their price tags, how financially difficult it would be for Chelsea to lure him into the Premier League. I'll be delving into this. Will be a massive talking point video for you guys. But if you do enjoy it, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Who would you want Chelsea to sign? Initially, what I'm going to start off with is some news. Now, there was news that came out from France, from Paris, Le Parisien, French publication, of course, but they are the mouthpiece for PSG, for Paris Saint-Germain. Very reliable French publication, and they've essentially stated that PSG have set the price target for Kylian Mbappe at 200 million euros if they are forced to sell the attacker this summer. Could Chelsea be potentially tempted to sign him? You then look at the situation with Erling Haaland, and the situation is relatively similar, although there's some interesting news that came out in regards to the Athletic. Now, they're stating that essentially, as Erling Haaland was lighting up the Champions League once again last night, the Athletic posted their timely reminder that Chelsea will definitely move for him this summer after Matt Law informed us how close they were to signing him before Dortmund. Now, as you read into the Athletic article, they stated that before he signed for Dortmund from RB Salzburg, Chelsea were heavily interested in him and we could have signed him. You know, that time where he scored 9 goals for the under-20s in the Norwegian on the international stage. That's when, you know, all the European clubs were alarmed. That's when they were understood of who he was. They started scouting him extensively a lot more. And that's when Chelsea was so close to signing him. But of course, his agent, Mino Raiola at the time, was a massive stumbling block and we couldn't get the deal done. You know, especially with the fact that, you know, Mino Raiola, of course, charges extortionate agent fees. Now, let's delve into the statistics. This is the interesting part. And now, starting off with Kylian Mbappe, let's look at his stats for this season. If you look at his stats for Ligue 1, 21 appearances, 16 goals, 6 assists. Champions League, 6 games, 5 goals, 3 assists. Unbelievable, sublime statistics. Again, he passes the eye test and he also passes the numbers test. Erling Haaland, 16 Bundesliga appearances, 15 goals, 4 assists. Champions League, 5 appearances, 8 goals, 1 assist. This guy is a machine, absolute goal machine. How can you have 5 Champions League appearances and have 8 goals? Unbelievable record, phenomenal player, what a talent. And I'll tell you this now, whether these two ever end up at Chelsea or not, wherever they go, both of them are generational talents. For me, that's not even in question. You know, these two will dominate, you know, the world stage for the next decade or so. You know, in the 2000s, we had Ronaldinho and Zinedine Zidane dominating the 2000s. Then in the 2010s, we had the Ronaldo and your Messi. That's the era that I grew up in. And the next current decade is going to be, in my personal opinion, Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe. You know, we saw it last night, the transformation in the Champions League on the European stage. Ronaldo losing to Porto 2-1, Messi getting battered at home at the Camp Nou with an Mbappe hat-trick. It was almost very poetic. It was almost a passing of the torch from Messi and Ronaldo to pass it on to Haaland and Mbappe. You know, Mbappe scoring a hat-trick away at the Camp Nou. The guy is a sensational talent, one of the best talents in world football. The fact that he's 22 and he's tearing up the league, you know, winning a World Cup at the age of 18, already winning League On, already having so many, you know, acquiring so many trophies at the age that he is an unbelievable talent. And I think Chelsea are more likely to sign Haaland, but this is a talking point and a question of whether who should Chelsea sign. Who would you rather Chelsea sign? Now, when it does come to price, when it comes to the financial situation, Chelsea are operating in a profit. Now, there was a financial report that was released a few days ago on Chelsea. And Chelsea are one of the only clubs in world football at the moment. They're actually operating at a profit and they have enough funds to make mega deals this summer. You know, we had a fantastic summer window last season and I think you can expect something, you know, very similar and a lot of the same this summer because we have a lot of profit. We haven't been hit that hard. Of course, every club has been hit financially by the pandemic, but Chelsea haven't been hit as bad because we are self-made, we are sustainable. We have good people that understand finance. We have an owner that's a billion, multi-billionaire that essentially looks after us and pumps money in when required. The financial fair play regulations being relaxed. Roman is able to essentially pump his own money, and he pumped in about £200 million in the last couple of years to essentially balance the books at Chelsea. We have Mourinho van Sky, executive director, Bruce Buck, Eugene, these guys that, as well as football people, but they are also, finance and business people. They're able to balance the books and essentially allow Chelsea to operate at a profit, whether that's through merchandise, whether that's through revenue, whether that's through exposing the club, brand exposure when it comes to on a global scale, global level. For some reason, we are operating at a profit, which is fantastic news. And there are some factors for that because of on-the-pitch performances, consistently getting Champions League football, coming high up the table as well. Sending of players, a transfer ban has helped a lot because we haven't spent for about 2 windows. So, of course, all of that, that all factors in and caters in. So, Chelsea are operating at a profit, which is really good news. Now, when it comes to finances, how much would Kylian Mbappe and Haaland cost? As Le Parisien has stated, it will cost at least €200 million, and that is the minimum price tag. But don't forget, Chelsea would not be the only club interested. As far as I'm aware, Chelsea aren't even interested in signing Mbappe. If he were available for that fee, Chelsea, I'm sure, would be in the race for him. Liverpool, Manchester City, Real Madrid and Barcelona are all in the race for Kylian Mbappe. If you look at the current context of situation with the pandemic, both of the Spanish clubs are in financial disasters. They are both broke as a football club. Spain, Barcelona, Real Madrid, they are in so much debt. Debts, rise into their eyeballs. They have to sell players. They have to cut wages down. So the last thing they want to be doing is signing, top players on insane, astronomical wages. That's the last thing that Barcelona and Real Madrid want to be doing because they have debts that nearly hit, 1 billion. 1 billion, euros in debt. PSG, again, they're in a very precarious, very good financial position. Manchester City aren't really in the running for him because, again, they could potentially sign Mbappe, but again, Man City not notoriously known for signing big-name players, if that makes sense. Liverpool, I'm not sure how they're in the running. I'll be brutally honest. They're broke. I don't know how they got the finances to even think about signing Mbappe. They couldn't even afford Timo Werner last summer, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but again, it's going to be probably around 200 to 250 million euros to sign Mbappe. Again, Chelsea could financially pull it off, but I don't think it's a player that is required compared to Haaland. Haaland, however, Chelsea will definitely be pushing for. As I said, this release clause becomes active in the summer of 2022. 75 million euros release clause as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. No release clause this summer, meaning that Chelsea want to sign him. This summer seems to be the best opportunity because a lot of clubs, as I said, Real Madrid, Barcelona, debt to their eyeballs. They can't afford Erling Haaland. Paris Saint-Germain, they're trying to tie down Neymar and Mbappe to new contracts. That's going to cost them a lot financially as well. You look at the situation Manchester United. Again, they don't spend a lot of money. They haven't got a lot of money this summer as well. And they're going to be focused on and prioritising the signing of Jadon Sancho. Again, Bayern Munich is another team that's in the running, but they're not notoriously known for spending massive amounts on Haaland. With Lewandowski still firing and on form, there's no need to sign Haaland just yet. So I think if Chelsea are going to sign him, this is the perfect opportunity, the perfect window to sign him. Again, you have to negotiate directly with Dortmund, which is going to be an absolute pain. It's going to cost, again, upwards of £100 million minimum. And it's going to be difficult because it looks like that Sancho will be leaving this summer. So if they lose both Sancho and Haaland in one window, I doubt it. I think that we have a more realistic chance if Dortmund don't qualify for the UCL. It means that, it will force Haaland and Mineralis' hand a little bit more. There was a report that came out that actually Chelsea and Mineralis' relationship has actually recuperated, it's actually improved, which is fantastic news if we do want to sign Haaland. So for me, I think we do have a realistic chance. I don't think it's a massive chance, but we do have some sort of chance. And if Chelsea are desperate to sign Haaland, I think we can get the deal done. Now, if you ask me who would I rather between Mbappe and Haaland, now put it into perspective, put it this way. Who is a better generational talent? They're two separate questions. Who is the better talent? For me, it's Kylian Mbappe. They're both going to dominate world football. They're both the new two superstars that are going to be, winning the Ballon d'Ors. But for me, Mbappe is a better generational talent. But Erling Haaland is a player that Chelsea need more desperately, in my personal opinion. We have creative wingers. We've got your Pulisic, your Hudson-Odoi, your ZX. But we haven't got a clinical lethal goal scorer, and that's exactly what Erling Haaland is. So for me, for what Chelsea need when it comes to requirements and what suits us more, for me, it's got to be Erling Haaland. But that's just my thoughts, opinions. Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this talking point video, to smash like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.